Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to this week's Whips, Bits and Chat. This one is number 98, so come on, let's go and have a look what I got for you this week. So first up today, of course, we have our video roundup. All videos that I speak about today will be up here in the I button, so you can have a link. You can click the link and pop over to them if you missed them. Right, so our very first one up was a stitch a week. It was week 8. And this time I showed you how I do the alpine stitch. So a few of you have done those, and they are looking lovely, and you'll get to see those photographs later on in this episode. Next one up, of course, was our Throwback Friday, where you got to see Liam with his mate from up the road, our gorgeous Luna. I think he needs another play date. I think he's missing her a little bit. And you also got to see some really cute yarn as well. So I thought that was quite a nice little mix for that week. And then, of course, our last bit up was this week's live. Now, it was the birthday live. It was my second year birthday party. I can't believe it myself that the channel's been going 2 years and that some of you have put up with me for as long as that. But thank you ever so much to everybody that joined in, and of course everybody that's commented on the live since it went live and went back into replay. Now, a little bit on that, because I was away for a couple of days this week where people would have normally claimed. Most of the winners done beautifully, and they got in their emails as quick as possible, and they jumped through all the hoops that I'm evil enough to make you girls do, just to prove that the email that I've received stating I'm a winner is actually the winner and not some cheeky chancer trying to steal your prizes. Now, we've got 2 girls that are left outstanding. We've got our cheeky Teresa. Sorry, I've written it down here. Now, Teresa, you haven't emailed me or put a message on the video yet. Okay, so make sure you do it as quick as possible. And Louisa, check your emails, babe. So to those 2 girls, a cut-off date for claiming these. I'm sorry, I've got to put an end to it at some point. Otherwise, I will be getting muddled up between last week's and this week's prizes that, of course, will go out during the live. So I'm going to have to cut it off at 10:30 GMT on Tuesday the 1st. Okay, so please make sure that you check back as quick as possible and you jump the hoops as fast as you possibly can, okay, so that we can get those prizes out to you or over to you, depending on. So if you're lucky enough to either win a digital prize or something that needs to be sent out to you. Now it's time for Stitch a Week chat. Okay, so from this point on, I'm not going to bother talking about blocks 1, 2, 3 or 4 unless, of course, someone sends a picture in. So I'm just going to show you those ones quickly. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the appropriate ones here. There is a reason for this, and I'll explain it as I go along. Right, so of course our week 1 was me showing you how to do the cobble stitch. Week 2 was the closed shell stitch. Week number 3 is the shells and chain. I love this one. And week number 4, of course, is our corner to corner mini. Now, those 4 squares are our little troublesome squares, they are, because right back at the beginning, I was just going to show you how to do different stitches. I wasn't really thinking about how many squares you'd end up with. So it wasn't until I got the first 4 uploaded that I thought, oh crikey, what are you guys going to do with it? And then I realised it would be brilliant to make a sample blanket, so that's of course what we are now doing. But the problem is the stitch counts that I'd used within those videos are a bit smaller than what you need to bring it up to the same size as week number 5. Oh, where are you? Hidden somewhere else. Okay, so of course all of our blocks are going to be the same size as our week number 5, which is our standard corner to corner, which is the 10 by 10 block. Okay, so coming up next week, That's right, next week. It has been hectic for me, but it's all been behind the camera rather than crocheting for me. It's been crocheting for you guys. Coming up next week, there will be, of course, the introduction to the Stitcher Week. You know, that video that should have gone out at the beginning, at least 2 weeks prior to me starting to stick up videos, so that you guys all had enough chance to get what you wanted and yarn wise and decide if it was a project for you and to maybe see a finished item. Finished item has not been completed yet. Okay, I'm still working on that. That'll be in a couple of months time. Right, okay, because of course we all know I do everything and back to front and round the wrong way. Right, so this coming video that will be up this week coming, okay, is of course the Stitch a Week introduction video, and attached to it is also a little section, not little, it's about 45 minutes long, apologies, but it is so that you can take each one of these first 4 blocks and upsize them to the same size. Yes, that top one looks freaking horrible, so let's turn it around. That one looks nicer. As I said, that is one of my favourite stitches. So each one of these these ones in the miniature form now has a border. Now the border is actually made using the same stitch you used for the square itself. So it's a nice way to show you, if you're quite new to crochet, that some of the stitches that you know and you love can also be used as a border. So let's have a quick nose. That one there is our cobblestone. No ends have been sewn in either. That is our cobblestone stitch, square in the middle there, with our cobblestone border. Okay, now they have had some tweaking done on the borders to make sure that they look neat and tidy, unlike this photo I'm about to put up, which was week number 3. Now week number 3 drove me insane. Here, I'll show you the picture and you'll see what I mean. Oh my gosh, wasn't that one awfully ugly gap? Don't panic, week number 3 does not have that now. But let's get back to week number 2. Okay, so again, that is week number 2 with its border on. And how cute. I like it now. I really like it now. Here is our week number 3. Look, no gappity gap gaps. Cool. And a week number 4. You've got to watch it just for week number 4. How on earth did I put corner to corner squares going up the side and down and along the bottom? They're all corner to corner squares still, and just attached a slightly different way to backwards and forwards. So that proves that you can also use a corner to corner stitch for a border as well. So that is all 4 now the same size as a week number 5. So as I said, from this point on, unless you've popped a picture in where you're playing catch up, you won't really get to see a 1 to 4 much more. Because otherwise I'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll end up having to count to 50 by the end of the month. End of this. Nah, not going to happen. I'll just show you them per month. Right, okay. So we are now up to a week number 8 on that. So I'm going to put in the photograph that I'm now using to advertise it over on Ravelry, where you're going to see weeks 1, 2, 3 and 4. I did say I wasn't going to, but end of this video, okay? I'll stop it at the end of this video. Right, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then of course you're going to see this month's 5, 6, 7 and 8 all pictured as I've done them, so that you can see what they look like, and hopefully you might want to join in as well. And to everybody that's joined in and managed to get your photos to me this week, they're coming up now. I think some of these are absolutely gorgeous, and keep an eye out for Kath's. You know, Kath's ones are stunning with hand dyed yarn. Ouch, expensive, but so effective. it's time for Squirrel Gate. Yeah, I'm stuck with the name and right, okay, so for those of you that don't know, where I live, I sort of back on to a nature reserve, and there is a road that runs between my estate that I live on and the nature reserve, but there is a border of trees, and this border of trees now houses squirrels. And we have had a squirrel come and visit us in the garden a couple of weeks ago, and daily coming in to visit. No food was given at this point. They'd just come in to aggravate Liam, the dog. Okay, so the idea is that over time Liam will get used to it and I won't bark and try and scare it off, and they will become bestest friends. That's the dream. Okay, now he loves squirrels, he loves hunting for squirrels, he loves chasing them around the tree as they get out of height, and having fun that way. He sees squirrels as fun, not as something to hunt. But again, I don't want to run the risk, so I've been keeping an eye out this week, but with the terrible weather, squirrel was nowhere to be seen, and I was starting to wonder whether squirrel would in fact come back, because of course he has to, or she has to, jump through a couple of gardens, run over a couple of walls, climb over a shed, a garage, sorry, and then come to our house. So it is a bit of a trek for them to turn up, but of course we do have that bird feeder that we've put up, and nobody's touched it yet, the bird feeder yet either. I wonder, has my husband taken the food out of the plastic bag that it might have been contained in? I'll have to go and check. But yeah, so the squirrel came back yesterday, meaning Friday mid-late afternoon, before the sun came down, went down. So I hadn't seen this squirrel all week, and I've sat in the lounge for most of it, apart from when I went to visit family. And the squirrel comes in and it comes bouncing along, and honestly, if I didn't know better, I think it was standing in front of the window looking at Liam going, no, 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 can't catch me, sort of dancing around. Proper prancy, proper happy dance past the window. Took his time, really did take his time, and I was like, that is so cute. If it wasn't as wild as I think it is, I might have got down on the floor, sort of slid the door open a little bit to see if it would take food out of the hand, but I didn't have any, so I didn't do it. I'm just going to wait for him to get used to us, and hopefully at some point, maybe during the summer, he'll come and visit us whilst we're sitting out, so that we can bribe it and chuck food at it. You never know. But yeah, as I said, that's our Squirrel Gate update for this week. Liam just wants to tell it off and tell him to get out of the garden at the moment, or he wants to lay down on the decking and let the squirrel just jump on him. I'm not quite sure on which way he's going to go. Right, so on Thursday morning I jumped in the car, loaded it up with bits and pieces for the eldest daughter, and stuck the youngest daughter in the car as well. She's 16. So she was sitting in the front with me, and we road tripped it. We went from Gloucestershire over to Essex via the M25 car park, and we managed to do it in just shy of 4 hours 15. Now of course, because of my back and leg issues and the fact that I'm now driving a manual and not an automatic, it meant that I couldn't do the trip all in one go. We had to have rest breaks, so we did a couple of rest breaks along the way. And of course, when we hit the M25 car park, we ended up having to sit there for about half an hour as well. So that meant, of course, the car could come out of gear and I could sit there and I could stretch off my legs like I was sitting on an aeroplane, in an aeroplane seat, sort of doing the leg and feet exercises that you do. But yeah, we got there in pretty good time. The weather was absolutely beautiful. It was lovely and sunny, not too overcast, not too windy. The car heated up something chronic. We had to keep opening the windows. Now, we weren't having the heating on, and we refused to put the aircon on, me and my daughter. We're the why put the aircon on when you can open the windows? It's colder outside brigade. So that's what we did. So every now and then we'd open the windows, let it blast round, the hair would get in a mess, we'd close the window, brush our hair back, and the drive carries on. So we had a right old giggle, which was really, really lovely. We get to the hotel after about 20 minutes of trying to find it. The thing is, I know where it is. I know the area really, really well. I used to live there. But the problem was, I've got my daughter in charge of sat-nav. Didn't need it. But in charge of sat-nav. And what I'm trying to do is get her used to using a sat-nav. But then also realising that if she knows the area, she can veer off it. Or she can listen to somebody else in the car that may be able to direct better. And so of course we've got this sat nav on her phone. She's in charge. She's telling me left and right, which is bad. I get that confused at the best of times. She's starting to get stressed because she thought we would lose our room if we didn't get there by 3. And I'd said to her, no, it's fine. They will hold the room open. It is not a problem. If Dad thought there was an issue, he would phone. It's 5 to 3, Mum. I'm stress head. And I'm going, don't panic. Just chill. Well, we're nearly there. We are like 100 yards away from the hotel, okay, and we've just got to go up this road and hook a right. They've shut the whole road off, and everywhere around there is all one way. The sat nav's not recognising that it's all one way, and she's going, you need to take a left here, and I'm like, you can't take a left, you've got to look at the sign as well. It says one way. Oh, it's not going to like us not going the way it wants. I said, well, I'm not going to like it if I get a ticket. so in the end, I sort of take over the drive and I go, look, we go right here, left, right, and we'll be there. We finally park up, find somewhere, and of course we've got to pay parking. I forgot to do that as I walked away from the car, so I had to walk back again. She's dying for a wee. She's pegged it to the hotel, standing there going, can I please use your toilet? We're about to book in. The bloke's going, you got to book in first, then you can use me loo. And she's like, so she come back out, she's gone, you won't let me use the loo till we're booked in, but I've given him nearly all the information. It's just you're the adult, so you have to okay it. Not a problem, says me. In I go, we get our room. Up the stairs, she legs it up them stairs to that toilet. I haven't seen her move so fast in ages. She moves faster than me. I'm quite impressed. And so we get into the room, we drop off some of our stuff, both visit the toilet, and literally leave the room in the same state we found it. Jump back into the car, head off to my mum and dad's, where we got to spend the afternoon and early evening with them, which was absolutely lovely. Proper daddy and mummy hugs. Haven't had those in 2 years. It's drastic. We've done what we nicknamed drive-bys, which means we'll drive down there, put present, like birthday presents, Christmas presents, whatever. We put them on the porch, ring the bell and run away. And then we're sitting in the car outside the front of the house going, Cooey, hello, there's your prezzies, have fun, love you, bye. And then we drive off, because they're both cuddle monsters and they love their hugs. But of course, with things the way they are at the moment, we personally don't want to be taking it and giving it to them if we've got it and we don't know. So this way round, it was really cool because we could go in, we'd taken our test the night before, we knew we were safe. Postman, see you in a minute. Ah, finally, something from the postman for me. I will show you this, show you all it next week. I better put it on the table. Yes, Liam, it was for me, not for you and not for Daddy. Right, the reason we went up is it's my mum's birthday in February. So of course we'd sent her down a little package and a little card and bits and pieces, but of course we wanted hugs. It's school holidays. We would normally have gone down this time of year to see if especially if the weather was all right. And of course the weather was okay, so off we went. When we got there, we've dropped off a load of stuff that my eldest had asked for us to drop off there, because she's decided to move in with my mum and dad. So yeah, they're all having fun, and she's testing out the area to see what the jobs are like there as well. She's quite lucky, you see, because she can do that. And it's also only about an hour away by train to London from where she is, and it's on a direct route, so it makes it even better for job hunting for the different careers, for the career that she wants to go into. Yeah, so anyway, getting back to mum and dad. Beautiful hugs. Got to buy dinner, which is a rarity. Normally me and my dad argue about it, but I literally put the money on the table as my mum was making the call to the Chinese. I'm like, I'm paying, there you go. So of course we've popped in, and mum got a box of yarn, because she is a knitter, although she only can do one stitch, and that's the stitch she taught me, which is why I can only do one stitch in knitting. That's why I don't bother. And so I gave her some more, because she's so used to using just the stuff that she can get from the shop locally to her, which is is it post office that she gets in? But basically she's got a little shop close to her. No, it's a chemist, and their chemist has always stocked wool. Only a small amount, but it's always got the basic yellows, greens, baby colours for the grannies that want to crochet for the babies. So I took her in some stuff she would have never had her hands on. And by the look on her face, she didn't want it either. But I left it so she could have a go with it. I'm evil. I didn't want it. And why didn't I want it? That 70s yarn, they say, is better for knitting than crocheting. Yeah, I was that evil. But I did also give her some posh stuff as well. She got some Angora. So it was swings and roundabouts, really. It was, am I being evil or am I being nice? Only time will tell if she actually gets around to using it, or whether she ends up gifting it back to me for my birthday in August. Oh, pants, what have I done to myself? Right, now back to the crochet. Right, so completed items this week. I have in fact finished my cat jumper. It's my crazy cat jumper, and hopefully that is out to testers now, if I manage to finish off the last couple of lines of the pattern. And then the girls will test it, and then I will hopefully get to show you the finished works in the next couple of weeks. And we'll also have the written pattern up on the Ravelry shop for you to grab hold of, but it's not up there yet, okay gang, because it's not finished and it's not tested, but I've finished it once. I'm off to make it again now because I really enjoyed making it, which is strange. And of course, because of my dyslexic brain, I'm not going to remember the pattern, so it's like I'm testing it for myself anyway. Right, so now it is time for competition draws. I'm going to attempt to get the camera set up here so that you guys can see the draw. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to screenshot and pop the names in along with what you've won this month. So good luck everybody, because there's a couple of different things up for grabs. Alright, so here we go. This one is for the Jumping Jacks pattern that has been lovingly given to us by YOH Crochet. Now, I was a tester and I made this a cheeky little Romeo. Now that is his name, and that is the code word that we are looking out for over on the comments. So let's paste in the URL, filter duplicate users, that gets rid of me, and then let's type in Romeo. Where are you? Where are you? And there you go. Alright, so good luck to everybody. Let's see, we got 22 unique comments, so let's start this going, and good luck to you all. And the winner is Linda Fairbrother. She's saying, hi Angela, Romeo the frog is so cute, however I love the bumblebee too. Thank you for sharing and take care. So congratulations darling, you are the winner of the Romeo pattern. Okay, so this draw is for the birthday live. So good luck everybody. I am filtering out duplicate users. There is 13 comments. I've got a horrible feeling that only 2 of them are from other people and not our winners. So good luck. I'm going to try spinning this one. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to put the names in the hat and draw from a hat. Mary Kay, congratulations. She said, sorry I didn't join the live. Sweet, we got one of the 2. Bonus. She says she knew all the answers too. She wanted to congratulate me on the 2nd podiversary, and she always enjoys watching. So thank you ever so much for watching darling, and congratulations, you are a winner. So let's get on with picking the next prize. If you noticed, the camera was very wibbly wobbly and it's making me have a touch of vertigo. So from this point on, because we've got a couple of lives to go through and a couple more draws to go, you're all winning the same pattern, which of course is Bad Brother. Sorry, I nearly got it wrong. So it's all you're all winning a copy of Bad Brother. So the names coming up now are the ones that have got their hands on it. Good luck everybody, and congratulations everybody. Right, so congratulations to all the winners this week. Now, if you could please read that description box on how to claim your prize so you know what you need to do, that would be ace. Saves me reading it all out because I'm a lazy toe rag. Okay, so, and then fire me off an email and make sure you pop a comment on this video before you send the email. Right, that is it for me for today. I'm sorry it's only a short, sharp one, but I want to see what's in that package. So I've got to set the camera up, I've got to get recording, and not only will I be recording what is in that package, but I've also received this month's, there we go, inside crochet. Yeah, I was naughty. I took it out of the packet last night and had nose. I was like, I'm going to have a look this time. So I'm a bit better prepared. I can't remember what's in it now, so it's going to be even better. You guys are going to get to hear my reactions to, really? They've put that in there? Typed comments. But you'll have to wait until later on this coming week to see those. Right, as I said, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.